Good morning, everyone. Now, let's begin with the chapter Development. The idea of development or progress has always been with us. We have aspirations or desires about what we would like to do and how we would like to live. Similarly, we have ideas about what a country should be like. What are the essential things that we require? Can be life better for all? Can life be better for all? How should people live together? Can there be more equality? Development involves thinking about these questions and about the ways in which we can work towards achieving these goals. This is a complex task, and in this chapter, we shall make a beginning at understanding development. You will learn more about these issues in greater depth in higher classes. Also, you will find answers to many of these questions, not just in economics but also in your course of history and political science. This is because the way we live today is influenced by our past. We can't desire for change without being aware of this. In the same way, it is only through a democratic political process that these hopes This is because the way we live today is influenced by the past. We can't desire for change without being aware of this. In the same way, it is only through a democratic political process that these hopes and possibilities can be achieved in a real life. Right? Now, what development promises different people different goals? Let us try to imagine what development or progress is likely to mean to different persons listed in table 1.1. What are their aspirations? You will find that some columns are partially filled. Try to complete the table. You can also add any other category or persons. Now, this table tells you about what development for other people means, right? What development for us means and what for others means. Every person have their own definition of development. As you will go on further in this chapter, you will understand that development for different individual means different. Now, landless rural labor, more days of work and better wages. Local school is able to provide quality education for their children. There is no social discrimination and they too can become leaders in the village. Prosperous farmers from Punjab assured a high family income through high support prices of their crops, and through hard working and cheap laborers they should be able to settle their children abroad. Right? A girl from a rich urban family, she gets as much freedom as her brother and is able to decide what she wants to do in the life. She is able to pursue her studies abroad. So this table shows that development means different for different people. Development has different definition for different people. What I already told you, what development is for one, it might not be development for the other person expects other things from which he considers things to be fully developed, right? As we have already studied, right? Go through all these important terms. What are these important terms? Per capita income, literacy rate, infant mortality rate, attendance ratio, life expectancy, gross enrollment ratio, and human development index. Now, I have already told you about these things, right? I've already told you about these things that you have to go through the definition. You'll have to write down the formulas. How do we calculate them? In the form of clouds, right? Properly write it down, write down the formulas so that you can understand these things. Then we have studied about development. right? What is the ideal development? What is the idea of development for others? And what is the idea of development for us? As I told you, every person views development differently. For us, development would be different. For others, it can be different, and it's completely okay, because we are living in a society. It's not possible that each and every individual can have the same opinion. Fine. So go through these slides once again. Make this table in your copy. This table you will make in your copy properly. Go through it. Make this table very properly and write down the definitions and formulas of the important terms which I had given you, right? So that we can start with our next topic. Thank you.